Okay, so I did a run like this not too long ago. And since then, I figured I could do it better. Bigger, quicker, what I thought, in the beginning anyway. So, let's just get right into it. How fast can you become a mass murderer in every Fallout game? So we're going to stick with like the baseline definition of mass murderer here. Like 3 or more people killed at any single moment. No cooling off period, you know, that sort of thing. We'll consider a cooling off period anytime you're not actively engaged in an encounter, right? Easy enough in the early Fallout games, later Fallout games. I mean, it's easy enough across the board to understand. So that's what we're going with. And no, little rats don't count. I figure I'd just give myself a nice little bit of leeway here in the intro. That way we can just get everything explained without needing to rush it here. Now, I will be segmenting and cutting up some of the, a lot of the footage here. I was originally going to just speed it all up, but that gave me a, gave me a headache. So, yeah, no. Figure just nice quick cuts between the action. That way we don't lose too much focus and no one gets any motion sickness out there. No, I was getting motion sickness recording some of this. They've really got to fucking fix some of the stuff wrong with Fallout 76, man. It is crazy. Anyway, starting off Fallout 1. Easy enough to do this in. I think it's one of the quickest ones to do this in. Not counting the menu navigation and the overall running around, right? I think it's the second quickest. Head on over to Shady Sands, which this is Shady Sands, the same one from the same one that gets blown up in the Fallout TV show. Again, Shady Sands was never a pre-war settlement or anything like that. It was all made post-war. So that's just something to keep in mind with what the show got wrong. So anyway, combat takes forever because it's turn-based, right? It's a product of its time. Unlike the Elder Scrolls at the time, which was a dungeon crawler, kind of pseudo-Doom-esque first-person style. Fallout, on the other hand, started life as turn-based combat with a very, very large map. A lot of the West Coast. Mind you, it's mostly just empty random encounters and some towns and stuff you can go to. Nowadays, you could build the entirety of it into a single, probably cell in a Fallout game. Anyway, on to the second one here. I had to go through and shoot the second one here 7 or 8 times because I kept dying, right? When I went through and did this just as a murderer to see how fast I could kill one person, it's one of the quickest Fallout games. Because you can just turn around and kill the guy that's standing over by the rock that brought you in here. When you have to be a mass murderer, though, kill 3 or more people. I tried to do so in Arroyo here, and I just kept getting demolished. So I figured, okay, well, I don't really need to rush it significantly, right? I'm not a speedrunner, not trying to break any records, just seeing how fast I can become a mass murderer here. So I decided I was going to spend some time running around, just stealing shit, leveling up just a couple of levels, just to make sure I can hit some stuff, get some good armor, and then maybe look for an encounter where I can actually go through and, you know, participate, kill at least 3 people, and then move on. So after, you know, 37 minutes of messing around, I trade all the stuff that I got my hands on, most of the stuff I got my hands on, for some combat armor, just to up our fucking armor threshold enough to keep us alive enough, so that we don't really need to worry about anything. Just the build for the entirety of this run, for the Fallout games that matter with stats anyway, 10 in strength, 10 in endurance, 10 in agility, and then the rest in luck. Take skilled and heavy-handed. There you go. That's the run. Well, tag skills would be melee weapon, medicine, and or first aid in the first 2 games. And small guns. And that's it. That's the entirety of the build from the first Fallout game there all the way up through Fallout 76. I tried to keep it in line with Fallout 76, but I didn't really get any... Went with a melee build for that one, which seemed adequate. From Fallout 1 all the way up to New Vegas, I should say. We kept, like, the same exact build. Now this right here is an hour or so in. Come across this random encounter of slavers and robbers and slaves, and I figure, okay, I can take part in it. Yeah, you're seeing a sped up shot-for-shot version of this, and you can see the counter just bouncing around like no tomorrow, which is kind of funny. Get our first kill there. Not too much of an issue. Everyone else is already dealing enough damage to each other to where we can, you know, if we don't draw the attention of too many, we can just sneak a kill here and there. Not need to worry about it too much. Using the spear still, even though I stole the hammer from the one guy in the bar, hammer has less likelihood to hit for some reason. So even with like 102, 105 in melee weapons, I was still getting a 40-something hit up close and personal. So yeah, I just switched back to the spear, which is fine. So go about taking out the rest of the robbers and slavers here. The last slaver gives us a little bit of trouble, but eventually we get her down and kill her. I decide, since the slaves aren't attacking, I'll just go about looting everybody, pick up a 10mm pistol, and just kill the slaves, because why not? At this point in time, we have killed like 3 people already. That'd be 4, that'd be 5, and then this last one just gives me fucking trouble. I don't know why. I miss like non-stop. And I had to get closer and closer to him every time. I do eventually kill him, which is just amazing. Took long enough. Took an hour and 4 minutes to get through Fallout 2. Only a few minutes to get through Fallout 1. Now we're on Fallout Tactics. I can never remember the controls for this game. Ever. I don't know why it was such a large departure from the other 2 Fallout games. I really don't understand it. One Fallout game I will not be playing for this is the PlayStation 2 Fallout game that was like a third-person action RPG. Not even an RPG, like hack-and-slash style. I've always considered that a spin-off game, kind of like 76 is a spin-off game. So, I play around with the controls, trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing. One of my characters just doesn't want to move for some reason. I don't get that. But we are eventually able to, you know, get into somewhat of a groove with this strange, strange game. It does take some time. It does take some doing. And whilst there is more than one character, it's not how fast can our character become a murderer in the Fallout games. It's us as the player, you know. That, and I don't know how to only do combat with one character in this game. It's a weird one. It's really a strange in-between, not even in-between, adolescence of Fallout. Yeah, they were working on Van Buren after this in this style, but their company went under and Bethesda snapped up the IP for Fallout, which is just sad. And then after that, we move on to Fallout 3. You'll see 8 minutes has already passed on the clock because the intro for this game is fucking atrocious. I don't understand why the Bethesda Fallout games have such long fucking intros. The only one that doesn't is Fallout 76, and even then you still gotta walk through the whole fucking vault. Right, sure, Fallout, New Vegas, you gotta do all Doc Mitchell stuff, but it's mostly you wake up, you design your character's face, tell them your name, you go over, you set your special stats, you go over, you
I'm going for help.
Pretty much blitz through everything and answer the stuff anyway. You're in there all of like 3 or 4 minutes. It doesn't count. But yeah, I figured we'd go from whenever we have control of, well, the timer would start whenever we have control of the character, so. With that, we just take out everyone that attacks us. That's it. You can become a mass murderer whilst still in the vault. It's just defending yourself, really. It's, you know how Fallout is. After that, we have Fallout New Vegas. Start right outside of Doc Mitchell's house because makes the most sense there. Get everything all equipped, all done up. And am using a mod for some animations. That's about it. Hitman's animations, actually. They're nice, slick animations. I decided just to go with the broad machete. Everyone has the DLCs anymore. If you buy the game, it comes with all the DLCs. So whilst I don't use them for like normal challenge runs and whatnot, everyone has access to these, unless you install like Josh Sawyer's mod. In which case, you'll have to go find the equipment in the world, which is fine. I don't use that mod because I don't like what it does with stim packs. Yeah, I don't like the expired stim packs, whatever, and all that. And again, it's easy enough. Just run around, hack and slash everybody in Good Springs. That's 2. Easy Pete will be number 3. Victor wouldn't count if you were to kill him, so word out there. That's 3. Head inside, Sunny Smiles and her dog. There you go. Yeah, we are pretty much mass murder. Just gotta head over here, take care of one more Good Spring Settler and Sunny Smiles, and there you go. That's Fallout New Vegas dealt with in all of like 2 minutes. Fallout 2 would have been almost as quick. Well, if we were only doing a single case of murder, in which case New Vegas would be even faster than that. I decide, you know what, not good enough yet. Let's waste a little bit of time. You know, all of like 1 minute, 30 seconds. Let's just waste a couple more seconds here. Head on up to Doc Mitchell's, take him out, and then we'll call this one good, right? Head on in. He's still standing by the door from when he saw us out, and there you go. Doc Mitchell dealt with. We are a mass murder in Fallout New Vegas. Isn't that fun? I forgot I left this part and getting a little into the part there. What can I say? After that, Fallout 4. Fallout 4. It's
Isn't it? Just look at that. You could.
I don't know why Bethesda tries to go with some grandiose adventure like this. Because the urgency of which you should be completing the story in this game does not match the tone of the game at all. Right? Your wife is dead, your kid's been kidnapped, you're not gonna stick around fucking building settlements for random ass people you never fucking met. Right? Especially one of which is a fucking druggie. You're not going to stick around and help these people out. Right? You're not going to risk your life saving them or anything like that. You're going to try to go to like Diamond City straight off the bat, find Nick Valentine, do all that. Pretty much only put yourself in harm's way when you need to. And there you go. That's the sense of urgency is just weird and broken in this game. It doesn't match the tone. Now, if it was more in line with, like, I don't know, you got kidnapped from a vault. You know, you and some other vault dwellers got kidnapped from the vault, and they shoot you and leave you for dead or something, and you want to, like, you're pissed off at them or whatever, and yeah, whatever, something like that. I don't care. I'm not a game designer. I don't need to figure this shit out. What I do know is when it doesn't work too well. Anyway, yeah, no, there's enough raiders here in Concord. I think that's the name of this fucking town. To just take out. Don't even need to go inside the museum. Well, I do try to kill Preston, because fuck that guy. And that's pretty much Fallout 4 done. Fallout 76 now. This game is the bane of fucking my runs like this, man. I have no idea what the fuck is wrong with this game, but I spent no goddamn lie 25 fucking minutes trying to figure out why the fuck my mouse is jittery. Everything else, running at the frame rate I set. Mouse, on the other hand,
guiding us through the darkness to
I don't get it. Fucking literally hit me. Potion says. Well, not saying I fucking. Anyway, wandered around for a while. Did eventually find this game, so you know. Fucking aliens. You know, Bethesda gotta make fucking money. Yeah. Whatever Fallout game you beat as a master, to become a mass murderer in each Fallout game. It was fun, something quick. You guys should give it a try if you have all the Fallout games. I know they're free a bunch of the time. I'd like to thank Eric Hewitt, Big O, and High Marshal Sigismund for sticking around. Thanks, guys. Means a lot. If you want to become a member, too, you can just click the join button. We also have a Discord. Link should be in the description. Or pinned comment. Anyway, thanks for watching. I need to voice another video. Members only one. Longer version of this video, actually. Couldn't decide if I wanted... Well, I said it in the beginning. I couldn't decide if I wanted a sped-up version of a lot of the content or a cut-up version of the content, so I just kind of edited both, and I'm going to voice the other one and just stick it up for members. Easy enough. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I need to go do some VO.